13th, 2022. I'm watching X-Men franchise under the subject title Dark Phoenix. And it's interesting because for people that you're unable to have your unlimited interaction with in field ergonomics, but yet they somehow send a message through divine process of the magic world in like the solar flare realm way on this illuminated delusion. I'm just curious from the real world where I stand, or where I am having trouble standing by myself. It seems so easy for a man in a wheelchair with a wheelhouse to be wheeled around, never really taking any real risks on his own accord. And then at what point, if this man truly loves this thing, this creation, this whatever, do his enemies become absorbed in this thing that he loves, and now this thing has to look out for things it doesn't know might be harmful? How does that work in the system? I'm just curious, because I'm in some dystopian system, and I know there are utopias elsewhere enjoying utopian services, and I don't know why I'm absorbing the hatred of sorts of other people's failures or successes, when these powerful figures who claim to love you and have your back and your protection on like team operative in this whatever, when I'm stuck in a common area, how do I protect myself from the most powerful enemies I never made myself, but that were formulated somehow from clay around my very real victim situation? How does one participate to get out of this? Because this area is so painfully off kilter and off balance in like proprioception, in timing and rhythmatic. It's an adrenal issue for energy and motivation. It is several dynamics mixed into one, which is not fair for the victim, since these champions elsewhere have not only been given every service and advantage in the world, but they make powerful enemies, and then their world breaks even further, and I'm being hammered at the moment by possible corpses in corporations I didn't design, I didn't take part in, I didn't dissolve, but yet somehow I'm being chemically punished by poisoned air and biochemistry, unable to operate on my own in order to get out of this type of field. So now where do you go for that level of help? Because I didn't design this in intelligent design. Here's a look at what they created and sent message-wise. Have you come to... Does your power ever your love, when you love something so powerfully and you have powerful enemies, but you don't actually ever gain physical possession of the thing that it is that you claim you love more than anything? How do you protect the thing in the common field from your most powerful enemies when it itself does not even know what is out there to harm it.
Never. Jean, never. I failed you, I know that, but this isn't you. Jean, please.
You have no idea who I am.
I've raised you since you were a little girl. I think I do.
She's not your...
Raised me how? Raised me up in like Hosanna in the highest. While you all go around building Hyatt and Hiltons and some leisure and medical, political circus and weaponized things. While I'm left in common area to fend for myself. Just curious when you say you've raised me. I just want powerful corpses elsewhere to question thine motivation. Since I don't really ever seem to be getting out of this situation successfully. It seems to just keep hammering me down more painfully while I remain mute in the field, not to judge, not to show opinion, not to show anything until this point where I've just had enough.
girl anymore.
What are you? Jean, please try and remember what I told you. You can control it. You can do anything you set your mind to.
So show me. Walk to me.
You know I can't.
Crippled by your own field in order to walk this way, knowing what disadvantages lay in this labyrinth and muse. Can't even stand tall and walk yourself in the common area. But yet somehow you expect me to spend 4 decades out here. Doesn't seem right in morale, in vice or virtue.
Please, Jean. Please.
Would seem one could say crippled by one's own humanness in some other overdeveloped storyline while I'm in this underdeveloped area and storyline. Crippled by his choices, perhaps. And I'm not talking Special Task Force Mark. These are helpers in the field.
I can't see in your mind anymore. You can see in mine. Look. Jean, look. What you choose to do with your gift, that's entirely up to you. This could be your new home. We could be your new family.
Time dilation only leaves for new germinates. New germinates mean new generations. New generations when I'm already stuck in a crevasse, in a dangerous situation, with more growing, pushes me further into the abyss, with no way out. Why was I left in this precarious situation?
Because you are not broken. Then you'll take her.
Broken as in mein Futsa. D'accord. Mein Fuja, however. Ja. It's on the OAR for the American Revolution on some kind of melody. in poet. So you don't make music.
No.
I can help her in ways that you can't.
She can't be helped. She's a lost cause.
No, she.
Is that what the market makers tell you? Why do they live and breathe then, if they're so ineffective at their one job?
As long as there's someone to care for her who believes, then there's still hope.
Still hope.
If you were actually able to walk the walk and talk the talk, this is what it feels like. Although this is an actor in a movie, I'm doing it in real life, in real world. It is an adaptation to the dysfunction and the dysphoric in this dystopian. It is not desirable. It is not an acceptable result. It is an adaptation in the field to what is presented and how the entire system is failing and is mutating into a point where I can no longer remain vocally mute because I am having so many painful interactions on a daily basis, meaning between kinesthetics and proprioception. And the ability just to put one foot in front of the other is an adaptation that then causes muscular strains and so on and so forth within the inner tissues. But again, these are known variables on someone's cue.
I knew you were still in there.
He just showed you your past. Follow me into your future.
Is this the ghost conversation? They're the theoretical toes that don't actually have a face or a name necessarily. Although they have to put in directorship something on it. So, I know, a Tish or a whatever looks like this, whatever. It's in the same area, just so my people know. Right, you got that. It's a Christian bearing result at the moment, it looks like. But again, who wants to put that kind of heavy burden on oneself?
Set weapons to neutralize.
I never asked for this. Any of it.
I traveled to the stars for a gift that you don't want.
Then take it.
At this point in time, this might be World of Hurt 2015. This being what I looked like before this expansion and bloating and like, I mean, I am being hit by like the worst cosmological cosmetic in phenom and pheno.
Please, free me.
I'll try.
And that goes back to spiritual realm for conversation of whatever. It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza, it's Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken. It's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. So how in real world do I avoid the people that love me and hold me in the highest in their good intent and their great lifestyles and business development and all of their executive and administrative chances and participants in their participles that caused this radicalized event in New York, where I did not participate or was not a participant in any of it, except syllables and syntax were spoken, things were moved, and these people that are supposed to be caring for me at a different class system, since I'm so far into their family tree, whether they want to acknowledge it or not, for the inner workings of clandestine. Why am I inheriting somebody's really disastrous, failed business and new enemies that they created by some design that I'm not even a part of, at market makers and builders and masters of the universe? How do I stay whole and functioning as I was born in some healthy manner? How did they do it? And why am I so far out of this family tree in dynamic? Star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza, it's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken, a cosmic nursery, Generation X, and the children that whatever. It's important still.